it's Dr. Rimka, and I have a very special guest with me today. This is Holly Warner joining us from the great country, Canada. Is it snowing today, Holly?
I don't think it ever stops.
You guys, I want to introduce you to somebody. This is Holly, and we have met in the virtual landscape, and we've never actually met in person, but we do a lot of similar things, but she does some unique things that I don't know anything about, and I'm super excited to learn about, and I hope you find it educational and interesting as well. If you do like what you hear, please like and share this video, and you can look in the description to find out more about me, my programs, and Holly, and her by appointment, private consultations, as well as what we'll talk about is her herbal products company with us today. So Holly, we've been chit-chatting about all kinds of things around Instagram and having a good time. And we do a lot of different things in terms of, you're a functional nutrition and functional health practitioner, and you've been seeing patients for a very long time. And but you have a very interesting background. So you do two kind of things. I just want to tell people who you are, and lots of functional health first, and then we'll get into. I brought you on here to talk about this thing called terpenes, and we're going to get into what is this magical little molecule that you're going to teach us about today.
Started out in allopathic medicine, doing the whole here's a prescription, take another prescription. Oh my God, you have symptoms from that prescription. Here's more prescriptions. So the surgical aspect is more my jam. And I enjoyed cutting people open for a living. I don't know what that says about me, but I found it fascinating. My original roots were on the herbal side, growing up, mortar and pestle with herbs, putting together a poultice or a, and I realized that in practice, these patients were, here's a pill. Why are you giving them that pill that has 5 side effects or 15 side effects? Things that are going on right now, no side effects. Stupid. What are we doing? Which of course got me into the functional medicine and from the hormones to the thyroid to the autoimmune conditions. And I would make my own tinctures. I would make all of my own little things for patients. And it was just for patients of, friends, family, and my practice, until all of a sudden one day I got smacked by my partner who said, you ship hundreds of dollars of cases of that every month, and that to people that just order by word of mouth. Why aren't you selling these? Why aren't you labeling them and selling them? And I kind of went, I can do that.
Right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So that's what's coming here.
There we go. So you still see patients, right? In a telemedicine kind of a format.
Yes.
Same as me, actually, now. I converted a while ago to that.
Yeah.
And you run labs, do some diagnostic stuff, look at functional labs the same way I kind of do. You deal with hormone therapy. I know LDN, things like that, right?
Yeah.
Can you take people outside of Canada?
Absolutely. So my practice started when I lived in California. I was in San Francisco for a while, which also is cold, coincidentally. What's up with that? So that's where I started. And then I moved it to Canada, kept Canada, US, and I've got some in the UK as well. Predominantly Canada, US. Okay. Americans love my stuff because it's Canadian pricing. So it's basically 5 cents.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, let me tell you what kind of happened. She and I talked, and I'm gonna throw it out there. She's also a carnivore like me. So we kind of met because of that. We eat a lot of meat. Okay, we're carnivores. We help people in a number of ways, and ways of eating is one of those ways that, and we won't get into the journey of how she found that and how I found it, but it's a common ground and where we met, where we have a lot in common. She sent me a big box of stuff. This is what I have left of the stuff. One bottle that you sent me, I devoured so quickly, and it's all gone. Well, this is some of her products, these herbal products from this company that, I got to tell you guys, Holly is a it's a genius website. Her wording, marketing is just amazing. It's called Slippery Buddha. What's your tagline for this company again?
Slippery when wet.
Yeah, I mean, she's ridiculous. So I'm so jealous. When it came to me, I texted, I'm like, I hate you right now. I wish this was mine. This thing is called Bitter Betch. Hate you. It's digestive bitter. This one is better than Xanax. It's to calm you the F down, you know. Liver Smash. This is a huge one. I think it's a product that I think most people should be using at night. Sugar Hackers. This one I might have you talk about this privately in my private groups for me in a minute. But so she sent me all this stuff. But the one I haven't known what in the world to do, and I haven't even opened it, is the plant terpenes. So I was finally like, girl, you're going to have to tell me what to do with this because I don't really kind of know. Like, I kind of know cannabis a little bit. I kind of know CBD a little bit. I know essential oils. I know plants have terpenes. I know some of these things. I know a little bit of stuff, right? I know how to use CBD oil therapeutically in my patients. I know about some cannabis. I have cannabis friends. I have friends who legally grow cannabis for a living, own companies. I've used CBD oil with patients. But terpenes kind of threw me off seeing it isolated and how you use it. So please tell me and the people, what is a terpene? Why is it said in those like the same words of cannabis and CBD and why does anybody even put these things together? Are we confusing ourselves? Just break it down for a person. What the hell is this? Why just send it to me? And what am I supposed to do with it?
Which one did I send you? Which one is it?
This one is Super Lemon Haze.
Super Lemon Haze. Okay, so in my hand, I have a little box. I open it. Just like, and
I'm gonna smell it.
Yeah.
Okay. It has plus. Look, it's so professionally packaged, you guys. It's tamper resistant and all that.
It's child proof.
Yeah.
And mommy proof. And while you're doing it, I'm going to explain a little bit.
Yeah, please.
So every one of the terpene profiles that we have is meant to mimic something that's already existing in the cannabis world.
Oh. Okay. It's nice. God, the marketing is so good.
When you smell that, what do you pick out?
Well, it's lemons.
Mm-hmm.
So that one's grass, but it's that very, yeah.
So there's some subtle hints of mint and a little bit of that grassiness. Some lemongrass, very citrusy. So one of the primary terpenes, isolated terpenes in that blend of terpenes that make that profile is going to be the isolate, which is limonene. So limonene, of all of the terpenes, the humulene, the terpineol, the, ocimene, you've got linalool, pinene, you have so many, there's hundreds of these terpenes. This one, which is a main component of that one, the limonene, which comes from citrus, is the only one that simply by smelling will bring your mood up. It's an antidepressant in a bottle, and it's the only one that's been clinically studied, has science to back it, that will uplift your mood. It's the same thing as when you smell lemons. Mm-hmm. And it has that effect where our body knows it's the same thing as digestion starts with the eyes before anything else, and then the smell before the taste. How you salivate when you think of a lemon, you don't even need to see one. If you think of a lemon, you can salivate. Yeah. This does the same thing. It gives your body that sunshine, beachy, happy, citrus, uplifting feeling. So any of my patients that, live here in Canada and it's winter and the winter blues and they have no sunshine, I tell them to carry this in their purse. And when you're just feeling like, ugh, you just smell it.
Okay.
Give it a little smell and it's going to help to uplift the mood. So now in the cannabis world, we have Super Lemon Haze, where if you were to smoke it, too much of it can cause anxiety for people that are anxiety prone. But in the terpene format added to a beverage, you're going to be fine. It's not going to give you that. It's going to have anxiolytic, so anti-anxiety properties. every single terpene that's found in cannabis is what tells the cannabinoids where to go within your endocannabinoid system. So your terpenes hit the same CB1, CB2 receptors as CBD would, as THC would, with none of the psychoactive components. So you can add this to your cannabis, whether it's your flower, you put it in the grinder, grind it up, smoke your bud, vape your bud. You
So
can add
a drop, put a drop
one
inside of
drop.
it. Okay.
So highly concentrated, pure, highly concentrated. So you put one drop, that's good. Now, say you're someone that's like, oh, I don't want to smoke, I don't want to vape. I like the oils. Okay, fine. What are you using your oil for? What are you trying to do? Because right now you have a vehicle, and that's your CBD or your THC, and you get in your vehicle and you're like, I'm gonna go to Atlanta, gonna go visit my friend. How do I get there? I go that way. What exit do I get off at? What road do I turn on?
Okay.
These terpenes are the GPS. They say, go here, do that. Go over there, do that. You need to go over here and do this.
Oh, okay. So like some terpenes might be like, this is mood lifting. This is pain management.
Yes.
This is whatever.
Sleep.
Sleep. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm using a CBD oil, like already, so legal in here in the States, no THC, right? And I want to accelerate a certain aspect of what's going on, I can add a terpene.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you're saying then is what I want to, terpenes for dummies here. So terpenes, there's a bunch of terpenes in cannabis.
Yes.
Right.
In all plants. They're everywhere.
And that's why that when you message me, this is why I'm like, I never heard anybody confuse terpenes with essential oil, but limonene is in like a lemon essential oil.
Linalool in lavender.
Yeah. So I get it now. I'm like, okay, so terpenes are present in these plants, and this is a way to extract it, in a very specific concentrated form, and you can add it to a variety of cannabis products, whether that's a THC containing legal, recreational, or medical, cannabis, or a no THC CBD oil, which again, is becoming hugely popular. So are you suggesting, you're saying for people who are using CBD oil, if you're using one that is effective,
or
so you could skip CBD oil and just go straight terpene. Right.
I just put 2 drops into bubbly water.
Okay.
That's it. It's an oil. Oil is hydrophobic, meaning with water, oil and water don't mix. So you need the bubbles or something acidic, like a fruit juice, or alcohol based, like a tincture or an alcoholic beverage. I like to put it in bubbly water because I'm not drinking fruit juice. It's not carnivore.
Right.
So I put it in my bubbly water. I'll put green crack first thing in the morning because it's focus. The terpenes are in that.
The names of her products. I mean, I really need to just hire you to revamp my whole thing, because I was like, I hate you right now. It's just so good. I mean, what the hell is that crack? What did you just say?
So I would love to take credit for that, but we actually, each profile, we created it based on its cannabis counterpart. So the plant terpenes, based on people that know green crack is good for digestive and this and that and the other. Okay. It was originally green Kush, but Snoop Dogg got a hold of it.
Oh my God, listen. Okay, I wanted to say, have you talked to Snoop Dogg yet? Okay, I hate you right now.
He named it. He legit named it. He was like, yo, this is green crack, man. It's like
awesome.
Green. And that's awesome. Forevermore. Okay.
So I get it. So you have a variety of terpenes that you can use throughout the day based upon the energetic or emotional and cognitive and mood need that you have. And you can add it to bubbly water, not hot water, you guys. Fruit juice, you never drink fruit juice, it's a toxic poison. I'll throw that in there. Toxic poison, raises your insulin, makes you fat. It's not your friend, doesn't boost the immune system. Okay, did I say that well enough? Hey man, you can put it in your beer and your wine.
I put it in my wine. So can I tell you a story? Can I tell you a story?
Yeah, tell me. God.
So I have had histamine issue. Well, I did before I went carnivore, and it fixed all my shit. which is fantastic, but that's the other story. So
Right.
I've had histamine issues. I haven't had a rosé in 10 years. Feel my pain. I want to sit on a patio with my friends and I want to drink a glass of rosé. You know how many women can't have wine because they get the itchy eyes, the runny nose, the sneezing, the whole, okay, cool. So a rosé has nice citrusy notes. So I took some grapefruit haze, which has all of the terpenes in it for antihistamine, combats histamine, and I put some drops into my rosé. Did not destroy the flavor because the citrus, it complemented the pre-existing notes of my rosé. As a cannabis sommelier, I was able to kind of put these together with my friend who's a wine sommelier, smashed them together, had my first glass of rosé in 10 years. Nothing. Amazing.
There you go. Okay.
So, yes.
Okay, cool. So this is very interesting. All right. So I got it. Now I get why though people would say, well, I use essential oils, so why would I use this? Or I use cannabis, why would I need to add this? Can you help differentiate that even a little bit better? Because I use essential oils. I have some on my body, but that's for a certain purpose. I have CBD oil, that's for a different purpose, right? They all have their purposes, let's say, right? So let's talk about like why someone would want to go to filterdata.com and get some terpenes. And I will say, you have so many on there. It is a little overwhelming for the newbie consumer like me. I'd be like, ooh, how do I even know what to get? Or does it matter? You just experiment.
So it does matter. And we are always there to support anyone who has questions. I have, you shoot a message, you're going to either get Ashley or me. We're going to answer you and we're going to say, here's what you need. Usually they get deferred to me because I'm the formulator and that's kind of like my jam. She's also a cannabis sommelier as well. She did the course because she's like, I want to know, it needs to be my jam too.
Okay.
So there is a blog section. If you click on blog, it goes through what are terpenes, terpene 101, why terpenes and essential oils are different. They are not the same.
Yep.
People are like, oh, beta caryophyllene. There's certain essential oils that help with pain because they contain beta caryophyllene. However, in the processing of essential oils, a majority, the most of those terpenes are stripped away. They are volatile. Different ones have different steam points and sensitivities to heat, and they're destroyed for the most part in essential oil. So you get traces of the terpenes, but you don't get enough to have the medicinal properties. So if I were to take my beta caryophyllene versus an essential oil that had beta caryophyllene in it, it's kind of like you took a bicycle to the party and I arrived in a Ferrari.
Okay.
I mean, we're both going to get there, but I'm going to get there a lot faster.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me say this. Like, why did you send me this one?
So I sent you that one because it's universal. It's sunshine in a bottle. It's happiness.
Okay.
And so to me that suits you because that's you. That's, to me, when I see you, you're always happy and smiling. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to send her a little love and light in a bottle.
Oh, this is a nice one.
Yeah.
See, I like love and light in a bottle. That's how I would sell it. Well,
Yeah.
cool. Maybe we'll work something out for me and my people and I give them love and light in a bottle. I love it.
So,
like, maybe we'll talk about that. See, now I can get it. So that's a nice general one. What are your top like terpene sellers? Like, what are your top three?
So one of my top ones is Blue Dream. And if you were to Google Blue Dream, the cannabis strain, which they're chemical varieties, chemovars, you would notice that a lot of people that have fibromyalgia, MS, the hard-hitting pain, sleep issues, all of that, depression, bipolar disorder, they tend to gravitate towards that particular profile because it has been shown in clinical studies, what we were allowed to study, to work for those conditions. Now, the fun fact is that people come and they go, yeah, but they're not cannabis terpenes. And I'm like, okay. So newsflash, all of the terpenes in every single study that have been tested because of legalities and red tape were plant terpenes, not cannabis terpenes. So all of our data is off of these guys, not cannabis. We've applied it to cannabis, which is super cool. So that's how we know they do that job. So Blue Dream is very popular, obviously within my clinical practice for those that have fibromyalgia is super common. So
Yeah.
we use it for that.
Let me ask, how much would you use for that? So like, say we have a bottle like this.
Yes.
Because I have a lot of those patients too. What would I'd say, oh, okay, you guys should know about this. Try some. How often should they, couple drops, like in a glass of bubbly water? How many times?
Yeah. Most of the heavy hitting patients, I would say, you know what, you want to have your THC. A lot of them that have more pain, especially MS, they're going to have some traces of THC on the medicinal side of things, just for that extra synergy. And they'll get their bottle, they'll add, it's about a 5% ratio. And I tend to help people customize it. So you take, your mill and then the milligrams, you do the math, divide it by this and the 5%. So you're looking at, in a 30 ml bottle, about 12 drops. And that 30 ml bottle maybe lasts you 30 days. Well, there's about 40 drops in this. So you'll still have this for your next new bottle. Put your 12 drops in. Okay. Some patients find they need a little bit more. Maybe they'll put 21 drops. Others find 6 drops is fine. It excels that, whether it's the CBD or the CBD, THC, whatever it is that you're using, it's going to excel that. So you're going to use less of it. So we're able to microdose, which is really cool. Okay. But then you can also, some of them during the day, they're like, listen, I have my THC for nighttime, but for during the day, I work. I can't have that. So they put it in their bubbly water. They add it to like a coffee that's kind of lukewarm because you can't have too much heat. They let their tea cool a bit. They add it to a tea. Whatever it is that you're drinking, you can add it to, just not a flat water. A still water won't work. So it's got to have some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I don't even know if I know what to ask about them. All right, so what else do you want to say about the terpenes? Because I'm like, it's fascinating. I'm like, I'm looking like, oh, and I appreciate you doing it this instead of me having to read things. So, and I'm like reading what I want to, but I'm like, I'm getting the general gist. I get it now, right? So, so we're going to talk privately about a couple things, you and I, but for this general YouTube, people's introductions to terpenes for the first time. And if they go to slipperybuddha.com, they can go to, there's a terpenes button, they can go there. But you're saying they could like chat with you or send an email. If they were like, hey, I got XYZ going on. What's the top 3 I should try, or the number 1 thing I should try? And that will help.
I like to tell people, like, if you're already taking cannabis and I don't have to do anything with that side of it, then yeah, I'll just be like, here, do these things, because I don't have to worry about contraindications with medication or the supplements you're taking, maybe destroying some of the, efficacy. I don't have to worry about that. Okay. So yeah, absolutely. We can chat. We have the blog section, which I always say, go check out the blog section and read. They talk about all the different profiles we have and what they're geared toward. So the medicinal side of it, what their aromas are. If you know that you're someone that has a strong aversion to pine, maybe beta pinene isn't going to be for you. Maybe alpha pinene isn't going to be for you. But maybe you'd like something else that has similar attributes. It's going to do the same job, but not offend your nostrils. Because at the end of the day, that scent is a major part of it for people. Okay. So that's how people kind of come to, like, they look at the Blue Dream and they go, I don't know. So then there's the Terpenes 101 that breaks down all of the different ones we have, like our Chocolope and our Gelato.
Where is the Terpenes 101? In the blog?
In the blog section. Okay. So when you go on, there's a little menu. So you have your tinctures, and then you have terpenes.
It's very easy to navigate, you guys. I just wanted to have her explain it. All right, so I'm going to say one thing. There's a word that you said when we talked before, and we didn't get to the cannabinoid. So let's talk about
cannabinoid. That means mimetics. It mimics cannabis. So that means there are, which is part of why our tinctures are not cannabis tinctures, they're herbs. But in every single herbal tincture, there's going to be one that has cannabinoids in it.
Are you talking about these?
Yeah.
Okay.
So those have terpenes in them, and like that purple one, the Better Than Xanax, has tulsi, which is holy basil, and
so this has some of this stuff with some whatever in it.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
That one's got Durban Poison and Blue Dream. So that one's really good for pain, anxiety, depression, mood, panic, PTSD, all of that stuff, because it's got everything in there for that. So it's one of the go-to ones that people kept coming back to me and going, oh my God, girl, this is better than a fucking Xanax. And that became the name, because we went, oh, okay, cool. But if you look at the ingredients, like I know you know herbs, so you look at the herbs.
Yeah, well, I knew what the things were, and then it's, you know, it's like skullcap, passion flower, holy basil, blue vervain, and then it says alcohol. It says terpenes, and it says see the website for the description. I was like, whatever, right? And I'm like, what'd you send me? Let me do it. And what you say on it, I mean, I hate you. You guys, I'm not even going to read it to you. Buy it just so you can read the labels. I hate you. I'm so jealous.
The sugar hacker
Am I turning green from my envy?
The sugar hacker one is by far my favorite description.
Oh, I don't think I even got this one.
Oh, it's very.
I'm gonna wait because I know what this is. I was like, oh my God, this is so perfect for people in my course. I do a 90-day course, you know, to help women transition to carnivore and a bunch of other things. I'm like, I'm so adding this to my class, but I want to bring you in there to talk about it first. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, anyway, so see, I hope you guys are learning things. I hope this is making a little bit of sense. So interesting stuff. You know, there's so many amazing resources in the plant medicine world that people need to really start learning more about, like these magical, wonderful, miracle drugs that are super effective, very safe, and incredibly targeted. You know, there's a lot of precision. Plants have a broad way of doing it, when we're fractioning them out the way, like say this is, what you've just described is using it in a very precision kind of way to go through GPS, very similar to peptide therapy, where we can just take a snippet of something and unlock one target site and get something to happen, and you don't get these broad range side effects that like a pharmaceutical does. Let me just spray shot the whole damn thing and just shotgun something and look, well, we're gonna kill extra shit, but who cares? This sounds like a very precision, target specific way of using medicine to augment other, you know, and you sound like you stack it and layering it is a really great way. Now, not everybody has cannabis available to them, Holly. That's just the truth of it. When it's available, their social conditioning and stuff, they're not going to do it.
Yep.
I'm going to tell you right now, I had cannabis ground in front of my mother. Keto, she wouldn't eat it. My friend made them. You put a lot of love into this. And you just can't get some people because of their age and the conditioning, but I certainly could definitely do.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So that's cool to know. On that note, you guys, Holly also does do private appointments. So if you like some of what you have, you definitely can go to slipperybuddha.com and go ahead and just start ordering some things. Like none of this stuff is really complicated in rocket science. I think your website does a really great job of explaining the herbals. Like, oh, I'm a stressed out motherfucker. I need some better than Xanax. Oh, I have liver problems. I probably should do this. I think this is a very unique product. We'll talk about it another time and what people should be doing with it. But I really just wanted to kind of focus on these, so like why, because you said something, you're the only North American. What does that mean about like your herbal?
Nobody else. And I want to say on the planet, because I haven't found anybody else. I haven't seen anybody else. I've been trying to find it in Germany, maybe in Russia. I mean, like, I don't know where.
One of your littles is behind you, photobombing you. It's very cute.
Can you give me 2 more minutes? Thank you.
Almost done.
Almost done, baby. Go. 1.
We're all going through this, you guys. It is March. What is this, March? Are we in March?
April.
Jesus. April 2020. We all know we're going to look back at this time, right now. You know, we got coronavirus things going on, so we're all at home. Doing the best we can. So you think you probably are definitely North America. You've researched. Yeah. Say it for the people.
So like we're the only company in North America and beyond. I've checked the UK. Somebody came back. They're like, oh, somebody else is doing it. And so I was messaging them and they're like, what is a terpene? And I was like, oh, okay. So you're not doing it.
Right.
It's when you take the R&D chemistry background that I have and you take the herbal alchemy background that I have and you smash them together, you're able to figure out, oh, that's the missing link. Nobody's figured out the missing link.
So I'm like, have been
put the terpenes into the.
Yeah. So her herbal line has terpenes, and it's one of the only lines, definitely North America, maybe the world, she's not quite sure. So there you go. So that's one of the things that, yes, there's some of these things you can buy, skullcap and passion flower, things that you're not knowing. You would have to normally buy something off a shelf and then go buy some of these and all that kind of stuff. So she's kind of married them together. I love and think they're synergistic and have kind of an integrated way of doing them. I think things augment each other that way. I think it's really cool. Did I miss anything? So she is, she does take patients for, we're all, she is taking patients. I am not right now. It's tough to try to figure out when you can open up, get new people in. And I know you do genetic testing like I do lab testing. And some of these labs can really back up because of the coronavirus situation. And we haven't been able to process things as quickly because a lot of people say, well, we can't run hormone panels right now because we're overwhelmed. Yeah. But labs are still working and we can get this stuff done. It just, sometimes there might be a little bit of a delay, but many of you may want to, book check her out, book a consult, or just go ahead and get some products. I wanted you to know about it. I wanted you to learn about terpenes. And it is something that I'm about to add into my arsenal. And I've had it sitting here. Thank you so much. I just didn't really know what to do. I didn't want to waste it. I said, I'm not really sure. I mean, I've seen the word, but I've never seen it in a little bottle, like by itself. I didn't know what to do with it that way, So awesome. Anything else you want to add to the people?
Gosh, I think that's about it. We covered everything.
Cool.
And terpenes are not cannabis, just so people know. I know that people are like, oh, I don't do cannabis. And I'm like, that's fine, it's from a plant.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full amount of lemons. It's pulling something out and using it in a highly concentrated therapeutic medicinal way, correct?
That's it.
Gotcha. And it has to be done the right way because oils are very sensitive. And if you use heat and chemicals to process, then you're going to destroy it to begin with, correct?
That's absolutely it.
Yeah. And that's the same for any type of oil product, you guys. Anything that's being sold to you as an oil, I don't care if you're cooking in it, putting it on your skin, or trying to put it in your mouth. If it's low quality, degraded by heat and chemical solvents, you've ruined everything, you've wasted your money, and you might be poisoning yourself. So quality matters in oils like nothing you can imagine. So please do your homework and make sure you have a quality product. All right.
Oh, I do actually want to mention one thing. What? Because we mentioned coronavirus and where we're all with COVID-19 and everybody with their like crazy wacko claims that may or may not be valid. We don't know because we don't know. Because the terpene research is what I do and knowing about the terpenes and everything else, I've known for many years that certain terpenes are virucidal. So a viricide means stops the replication of a virus. So it's not, I mean, a lot of the terpenes out there are antiviral, but these specific ones, the pinene, I have like the both of them, the alpha and the beta, which we managed to separate, but I still use them together. They're virucidal by nature. So I've been actually adding them to my diffuser and just breathing them in. So they are, a bronchial dilator. They're really good for the lungs. I tend to have.
Oh, you paused.
So we know that they work for other viruses that are envelope type viruses, but we don't know for this because we're not testing.
No, we can't. Nobody can know anything, but
no idea.
Yeah.
But my theory, and it's my theory alone, is that these could maybe help. So for me, I put them in my diffuser. I breathe them in for a couple of minutes. I let them go through the air. If I've had to go to the store and come back, they go in the air. I breathe them in. And even if it's a placebo effect, it makes me feel a little bit more at ease, which I like because it's a de-stressor. And they smell nice. So even if they're not doing anything, they smell great. But that's what I've been doing. So we did have a 3-pack that we brought in specifically for that. And they're the isolated terpene. So it's the terpene isolates rather than it blended into a profile if people want that.
Well, there you go, guys. I'm not going to bother typing that thing out in a banner because it was a lot of things I don't really know everything she said. But if you go to their website, let's go back to slipperybuddha.com. Go look, read the blog, and send them a message and say, look, I saw you on YouTube and you just send me that stuff. Make it easy. Make it easy. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And Holly, you don't leave yet. Give me a second. Have a great day. And check out, everything is in the description. All the links for everything that we've talked about is right in the description. You don't need to remember anything. See you later, guys.